great things. Thanks for supporting the tough one.
Previously on Hard-Enduro, defending champion Graham Jarvis started the season with another victory at his home race, the Tough One. Now at the second race of the year, the Briton could make history with a win this weekend at one of the most difficult events in the world. It's Extreme Enduro's test of man and machine, a race so tough that no more than 6 riders have ever finished. All the big names have won here. David Knight, Tadej Bledzuciak, and Dougie Lampkin. But the last 2 years have belonged to one man. It's Graham Jarvis, who is riding at a level above the rest of the field. With a win this weekend, he will etch his name alongside Knight as the only person to ever win 3 in a row here at Il Choco. But the competition is anchored by 2 young guns who are looking to spoil the party. Johnny Walker, who came second to Graham last year, is primed and ready to go. And Cody Webb, who beat Jarvis just 2 weeks ago in the United States, could take down the king once more. And 2 brothers who are quickly making a name for themselves as the world's elite, Ben and Dan Hemingway, could finally break through with a win this weekend. It's Hard-Enduro's survival of the fittest. 120 riders will begin, but only one will be the champion. This is Hell's Gate. Welcome everyone to the 2013 Hell's Gate Hard-Enduro. It's the second race of the season and it's all set to get underway right now.
We're back at Hell's Gate, 10th edition, 2013. Everything's all sorted, last minute's preparation, all ready to go.
I have no idea what time it is, but it's pretty early, 4:05. The race is about to start, so still kind of dark out, but you know, we'll be good by the time the race starts.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've got a bit of a dodgy stomach. It must have been something I ate last night, but apart from that, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
It's time to begin. 4 laps around an incredibly difficult course that will have the riders on and off their bikes for over 4 hours. The first lap is just a warm-up. The next 3 laps will determine who will make the top 30. Now in its 10th edition, Hell's Gate has become legendary as an extremely challenging race. The mastermind behind this creation is a former Italian Enduro champion, Fabio Fazzola.
Hell's Gate is an extreme race. Is a hard race, first of all because it's in February, first of all because of the condition. Just the name Hell's Gate is meaning something like tough.
Hell's Gate for me is one of the toughest events, if not the toughest, just purely because there's so many hours on the bike and it just wears you down. I think it's more of a mental challenge than as much as a physical challenge. You just have to keep going when it's dark and cold.
It's pretty gnarly, this race. You know, it's a lot different to all the other races. You've got like a 7-hour race in the morning, and then I think you get like a 2-hour break, and then you've got the gnarly night race.
It's difficult, yeah. The race starts in the morning at 7 o'clock. And it's cold, it's wet, this year is a lot of snow.
It just beats down on your body, both physically and mentally, so it's one of the toughest extreme enduros out there.
This year, weather is going to be a factor. A recent snowfall has blanketed the course, causing Fabio to possibly cancel the race. And for the riders, they weren't expecting this at all.
Well, I've never seen so much snow here. I mean, we tried to look at the track, but it's just been impossible to see anything. There's like at least 20 centimetres of snow everywhere.
It's definitely going to make the race tougher. I think they're going to make some parts easier, but no matter what, with the snow, it'll be difficult.
But I've had a walk around the track and the snow is like chest height, so it's going to be a little different.
The problem is you can't see what you're riding, so it could be rocks or logs hidden underneath.
Can be better tomorrow to ride with a snowmobile, not with an enduro bike here in the snow.
Never in Italy the snow is coming so much strong, and for 5-10 minutes I saw to cancel the race. But in Tuesday we decide that Hell's Gate has to be made.
Back to qualifying, and all 120 riders are on the course, and the snow is already causing problems. What makes Hell's Gate unique is the format. Having 2 races in one day brings new meaning to the word hell.
In the morning, it's like a time card enduro. You set off and you do like a 45-minute lap, which you've got to complete in a certain time. And then you've got what's called a special test, which is like 10 minutes where you just ride as fast as you can to the finish. The top 30 advance to the main event.
It takes around 5 hours riding, so just gets the riders warmed up enough to just wear them down. Even after that, you're feeling a bit tired for the afternoon race.
After each lap, the riders make a mandatory pit stop to refuel and rest before going back out again.
Special test was it was pretty tough. There's a lot of snow and like ice that you can't really see, but you know, I think after a few riders have gone through, it should have cleared, and you know, we'll see how it rides next lap.
Johnny Walker has already posted the fastest lap time. Graham Jarvis hits the second fastest time, but has been making costly mistakes.
Yeah, it's going okay. Just trying to not crash too much. I had a couple of crashes on the ice.
The most snow I've ridden in ever is maybe this deep, and there's spots out there that are this deep, and it's like a lot of it. I think today your legs are going to be tired because the whole time you have to hold your legs and paddle through the snow, and it's going to be a long day.
As the popularity of hard-enduro continues to grow, so does the intensity of competition. The world's #1 rider goes for history today in hopes of matching David Knight as the only rider to win 3 in a row at Hell's Gate.
So I've won the last 2 years, so obviously anything except a win is going to be a disappointment, so I'm going to have to go for that 3rd win.
But he's going to be challenged in every way. Johnny Walker, who was second to Jarvis last year, is going to be his biggest threat.
Oh, it means so much to me to win this race. You know, the first year I came here, I never made the finish. Last year I made the finish, so this time to win it would be awesome.
But besides the young Walker, the Hemingway duo could make an interesting play for the podium.
I've never finished this event yet, and this is the one that I want to ride up Hell's Peak. I'm desperate to finish this event.
And with Graham and Johnny pushing us as they are, it's going to be hard to keep on their tails. But I think we're quietly confident that, you know, the beaters are working well, and I think we can do it.
And the German Andreas Lettenbichler, whose misfortunes in the past at Hell's Gate give him extra motivation to reach the podium.
Maybe it's not my race. I never on the podium, but I try to do my best and I try to fight for the podium. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
But this year's biggest surprise is the American Cody Webb. 2 weeks ago, he pulled a stunning upset at the King of Motos race in California.
You know, I played it smart, and Graham ended up getting a flat about 20 miles before I did, and I finished the race in first, and it felt great to kind of outsmart the leader in extreme enduro, and hopefully something works in my favor again this weekend.
Now he looks to carry his momentum into Hell's Gate. He didn't travel the distance to come in second place.
I ended up finishing 4th last year, and came back this year with a little more redemption on a new bike, 2-stroke beta, and you know, I'd really like to win, but just mostly want to redeem myself after last year and show them that I'm here to do something big.
As the only American racing Hell's Gate this year, Cody Webb takes us on a short journey from his hometown in Santa Cruz, California, to Italy.
Hey guys, let's start my gearing process behind the scenes. Alright, that's it for now. Alright, just got here in San Francisco Airport, hanging out about 2 hours for the flight. Finally arrived here in Milan. It's 1640. Made it to the hotel. The lady at the hotel gives me a room number, and just so happened to be 247. Got a little bit of stuff, packing, and a little bit of the journey, and did a little bit of training and testing, and you know, hopefully it shows a little bit of what I did to get here.
Qualifying is winding down. With only the top 30 riders advancing, it's do or die for those who are on the cusp. As expected, Red Bull KTM rider Johnny Walker leads the morning race, while Jarvis on his Husaberg 300 sits in second, only 15 seconds behind. Cody Webb on the red and white Beta is making good on his promise and holds the third fastest time.
I crashed one time in the special test, but I passed 2 riders, so I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way I've rode this morning, you know. I couldn't have really done much more. I went fastest on the test, I think, so, you know, I'm happy with everything.
Yeah, I've never seen conditions like this, to be honest. Just the snow's just like so deep. If you get off line, it's like just one rut you have to follow, so if you get off line, you're in real trouble.
As soon as the qualifying is over, the riders have only minutes to prepare their bikes and get them to the Parc Fermé, or they are penalized. After that, there is a 2-hour break before they start the afternoon race. This is the time to prepare their minds for the hell that awaits them. Let the night's festivities begin.
We're just getting ready for the night race now, so I'm first on the grid because I had a good qualifying this morning. I won, and so I was happy with that.
The start is fairly important, so you need to get up front fairly quick just so you don't get stuck behind anybody.
Yeah, that's the key. You need good start and to be in front, and then have enough power to finish the race.
The riders make their way to the starting grid. There's no turning back now.
So this is where it starts for the afternoon race. They've got a supermoto start. It's going to be 30 riders going into this first corner, fighting for them first positions.
It's a dead engine start, which means the competitors will have to fire their engines once Fabio drops the flag. They await his command.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a mayhem start, but Johnny Walker takes the whole shot, followed closely by Graham Jarvis and the American Cody Webb. The game of cat and mouse has begun. The first part of the race has riders climbing a rocky creek called Salamandra. Walker holds a slight lead over Jarvis. Graham will shadow him until he can make a move. Cody Webb is in third, while Dan Hemingway and Andreas Lettenbichler are right behind. From there, they will weave their way to a difficult section called Laghetto. This is where riders can lose precious time if they don't choose the correct line. Now is when you see this section in full effect. His lead is about to slip away as he struggles up the hill. Jarvis is right behind and attempts to make the pass, but even the best struggle here. Cody Webb has now entered the fray. The three are piled up as the crowd whips into a frenzy. Finally, with the help of the spectators, Jarvis is able to claim the lead. And Walker's struggles continue. It's Webb who takes over second place. About a half hour later, they arrive at Cascada, a treacherous downhill stretch of waterfalls and an important part of the race, as Cody Webb explains.
We're here at Cascada. It's one of the most significant parts of the course, and it's right here behind me. And this is actually part of the race where if you fall 40 minutes behind the leader, they kick you out. So you want to be pushing the whole time.
Now at Cascada, Graham Jarvis extends his lead, and Johnny Walker has just passed Cody Webb, but Cody isn't going to let him just run away with this race. This duel is setting up for an epic battle today between the Englander and the American. And start number 14, Ben Hemingway on his new red and white Beta, quietly sits in 4th place, now following fresh tracks from the leaders. At the pit stop, a bit of strategy can come into play. Unlike the morning race, the riders don't have to stop choosing when they want to refuel. Walker decides to keep going in hopes of gaining ground on Jarvis, while Webb makes a brief stop for adjustments. Cody hopes that a minor delay now will lead to extra minutes on Walker when the Brit chooses to stop. As Jarvis arrives at Salamandra, Walker's decision not to pit has proven to be a smart one. He has almost caught the 2-time champion. Until now. But he gets up quickly and charges on. It isn't long, though, before another mistake. Walker is in trouble. In an instant, his time gained on Jarvis has vanished. And guess who's right behind him? Cody Webb smells blood in the water. Cody Webb has done it and reclaims 2nd place. Now the American sets his sights on Jarvis. But do not count out Walker just yet. He may be scattered, but he isn't broken. He may be a menace on the race course, but the charismatic Johnny Walker shows us a glimpse of his softer side.
Hey, my name's Johnny Walker and we're here at Hell's Gate 2013, and I'm going to take you for a day around of what I get up to in the race paddock. I'm going to go and catch a quick word with Andreas Lettenbichler. This is Andreas Lettenbichler.
Hello, my new teeth.
It's like 1 o'clock and it's a tough choice on which Metzler tyres to use, and I think hard, Julian reckons soft, so we're going to do it rock, paper, scissors and see who wins. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Hard tyres it is. We've just found out that we've walked about 2 miles in the wrong direction. So I think we've got to turn around and walk back now. I'm on the top of the mountain now. We're looking around, getting snowballs thrown at me. Here we are on Hell's Peak, the final mountain, and it's cleared out a lot from this morning. They've got shovels on them, but for me it's still looking pretty gnarly. We've cleared a little run out here to try and come up. Hope you enjoyed my day here at Hell's Gate. That was what I get up to in the day, and it's now race day tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to catch some sleep.
It's lap 3. Graham Jarvis is in the driver's seat with over a 5-minute gap on Webb and Walker. In extreme enduro, technical skills are one thing, but speed is another. Cody Webb may hold second, but that's about to change. After a critical mistake by Webb, Walker makes a move to overtake him once again. Back in the pack, Jarvis's teammate, number 6, Alfredo Gomez, has passed Ben Hemingway for 4th place. And making a late charge is Letty, who is determined to make the podium this year. It's the last pit stop. To save time, the mechanics give Jarvis a new helmet with the lights already on. This is a sign of someone who is thinking way ahead of the field. Walker checks in for his final stop. Webb still trails him closely, though. The fight for second place is going to be down to the wire.
About 4 minutes behind Johnny. Nice. Go, Lenny!
Darkness sets in, adding another level of difficulty. Time is also a factor, as anyone who falls 40 minutes behind Jarvis is pulled from the race. It's one of the signature sections in all of Hard-Enduro. Hell's Peak. It is simply unrideable, but there is an element of relief as the spectators of this final hill are about to help the exhausted riders. And here comes the champion with over an 8-minute gap on second place. Graham Jarvis has done the incredible. For the third time in a row, he has won Hell's Gate. Johnny Walker arrives next. Pain and exhaustion have set in, but he must keep pushing because he knows who is right behind him. Cody Webb is now at the base of the hill. He can see Walker above. Having just enough fight in him, Johnny Walker makes it to the summit for second place. His back and forth battle with Cody has taken its toll, and he can barely stand. Cody Webb takes the final spot on the podium. He gave it his all today to earn his first podium in Italy. Alfredo Gomez takes the fourth spot while Ben Hemingway rounds off the top 5. Ben finally finishing Hell's Gate.
Good job.
Back at Cascada, Andreas Lettenbichler and Dan Hemingway are pulled from the race. A disappointing end for both riders this year. Another chapter is closed at the 10th edition of Hell's Gate. Once again, the race had less than 10 finishers.
It's been a completely different Hell's Gate this year. I mean, you never know what an extreme event's going to throw at you, and the snow's just completely transformed the race.
Jarvis pulled off a hat trick as he continues his pursuit of the perfect season.
Me and Cody, we had a good battle, you know, for the first 2 laps. I think it was, we battled. Graham got away, you know, he was riding really well, to be fair, so, and then that's when I tired myself out, I think, and then towards the end of the race I just had to chill out and relax, just hope I go up to the final hill.
While Walker came second to Jarvis once again, he will be ready for the 3rd race of the year. Next stop, Erzberg. Official results for Hell's Gate. Graham Jarvis makes it 3 in a row, beating out 2 young guns. In the unofficial world ranking, Jarvis is still the king with 40 points, but Walker is chasing him only 6 points back, and Alfredo Gomez in 3rd place. The riders are on the Iron Giant for their next test. I'm Troy Mannering saying thanks for joining us. Keep the rubber side down and see you next time on Hard-Enduro.